I think this is getting more serious now because the attack or the offensive action was quite premeditated. If you will notice, before the RORE missions or the rotation and reprovisioning mission of our BRP Sierra Madre, the shadowing starts at the Sabina Shoal or the Sikatuna Shoal, which is around 145 nautical miles from mainland Palawan. This time they advanced to Sikatuna Shoal, which is around 90, less than 100 nautical miles. And from there they started to shadow our vessel. And when they reach the entrance of the shoal, around 6 nautical miles, they started to conduct dangerous maneuvers. And then they blocked the way of our resupply vessels. And then, when not contented, they blasted it with water cannons. Now, it was a very dangerous act because, you know, the situation in sea, high waves, around 1 meter high, and then, of course, the wave generated by the big ship, plus the water that is being blasted to our small ship. So this is a very dangerous situation. And at one instance, when one of our vessels was able to break the block, they were able to slip through the blockade. Then they tried to follow, and then from behind they tried to ram the boat. Fortunately for us, because it's a smaller boat, it was able to maneuver fast.
Right.
To
Colonel, I just wanted
to
point out that that's quite a serious charge. You used the word premeditated.
Yes.
So what you're saying was that it was not a defensive action by the Chinese boat. They
Yes,
had
it was
planned
premeditated. It was planned from the very start. Because how can they position in advance to Sikatuna Shoal if they were not planning something?
Right, but here's the thing, Colonel. Everyone always asking, so ano na? Ano na magyayari, di ba? These things have been happening for years and years now. We just send notes verbal. We can lodge one protest after another. And beyond that, nothing, right? So everyone's waiting for the other side to make the first move. At this point in time, can we consider this an attack? Or because hindi siya baril, hindi bala, at hindi actual cannon yung ginamit nila at tubig lang, is this considered not really an attack, but just sort of an attack?
Gray area tactics.
You may call it a gray area tactics. For a simple civilian, it is already an attack because it is conducted against a civilian, an armed vessel. But from our perspective, it should not require military action. This is something difficult that we cannot just do because it's very dangerous. We don't want to go the situation to be worse. And what is important in that mission, while we only unloaded half of the cargos,
The supplies, no?
the supplies, the food, drinks, and other supplies that our troops need there, at least none of our crew was hurt, and they were able to return the station yesterday.